everyone, welcome back. Fubar here, and today we are doing how to use terrain video tutorial. I'm going to apologize for the small screen, but I was unable to adjust my settings in time, so please bear with me. As you can see right now in this situation from the start to the beginning, we have a bridge in front of us. We are going to be gatekeeping this bridge, and we're trying to slow down the advance of these bases that are much bigger than us, that are set up for base to base, while my allies are building. They don't have a lot on, so they can't really rush the build. As you can see right here, you get this base trying to move up, going after that super heavy, trying to get these nice and easy kills. As you can see right here, that's a 9.2 super heavy that has awakened tech. So that means he has finished his advanced combat tree, and my heli absolutely decimates his SH, full kills it. The original thought process behind when I was attacking this ASH was that I was hoping I was going to get it while it moved, but he saw me and became alerted to my presence, so he turned around and just auto fired on my heli. We took some losses, but not a whole lot. So we're going to let this battle right here play out. As you can see, I've taken a few losses, not too many. That is full killed. And now we're looking for his other troops that he might be moving. Now remember, the goal is to buy time and do as much damage as possible, because my setup is a field fight setup, or AKA field support. So I can't base to base these guys, so I got to do as much damage as I can to slow them down. So as you can see right here, I'm targeting the Artie with Antonina because she will do the most damage to my heli, so I want to take that out fast. Should be coming in the screen pretty soon. There we are. And we're going to quickly kill this Artie, and we might lose one or two more helis in this exchange. Boom. Now we're going after the other. Not He doesn't have that good of officer pairing on there, but it still will do some damage. So we gotta quickly kill that. Now that means once he sets up his base, now he has to retrain 3 troops that take a while to retrain. So this is going to be a very good advantage for us. Here I am trying to look for his base, seeing if I can kill it possibly while it's on the move, but I don't think I find it. No such luck. Right before I started recording, I already had blown up 2 bases that were on the move. And as you can see, I'm focusing on keeping the enemy troops off the bridge. I'm using this terrain right here to my advantage. I'm keeping an eye on my allies, making sure there's no enemies in there, trying to bother them. And like I said, you can see there's only 2 bases in there, so there's like a 53-minute window on them. Now, this one is a plan gone wrong, but I did manage to do some damage. I didn't notice this heli below me actually saw me and started coming after me. If I had seen that, I would have just canceled the attack. But I still managed to get some damage off, and we're going to wind up pulling out once all troops engage, because we want to minimize the losses we take while buying time for our allies. Here I notice my skill's fully charged, and I tried turning around to go get the skill off, but it doesn't work. But I still think I get 1 unit kill off of this. But hey, can't get them all. So we're gonna back off again. And like I said, we're just trying to keep them preoccupied, so that way they're not trying to cross the base. However, this does lead to a slight error that coming down the future, because as you'll see soon, other units are going to be coming down. And this is all about buying time. As we see right here, now that we see those arties are back, that base is moving forward. He stopped and retrained his troops. There's that light, and there should be the SH around somewhere. I can't remember where, but we do see it. Oh, there it is. We see that moving. Yep. And he's full committed to trying to cross that bridge to block the build. So we are going to be trying to prevent that as much as possible. You see me right here, just getting my speed up on for retrain because helicopters and mortar tanks take a while to retrain. And we're just observing the enemy, making sure they're not all moving in mass. While we wait for the action to start kicking off, did you guys know that 73% of actually my followers do not follow my channel? Click the sub button, it's free, and it helps you find the way back to the content like this. Now, as you can see right here, we're full committing both of my Martyr MBT and my heli to that tank. We're just trying to slow it down, buy time, chip away at it a little bit. We know we won't be able to full kill it because my heli's still in the process of retraining. So I start hitting that. I'm going to back off, swap out the aggro with my MBT so that way he will focus on my MBT, and then I can come back and do more damage with my heli. My ally light tank is going to jump in here in a second to try helping because he notices what's going on. But here's the situation. Now we got two light tanks. Well, no, we got one light tank in the super heavy there. I'm going to pull out because I want to reduce as much damage as possible. I'm going to keep my MBT there for a second so that way I can try to do a little bit of damage and back off. Trying to reduce the amount of losses we take. We notice there's another MBT there that is really strong. So right now we're trying to buy time. My allies are there; they're committed. But right now, unfortunately, I'm retraining, so I can't really help. But we're gonna try sneaking in, getting a couple hits in on this light tank with the heli. We come in, we're gonna hit him, and then I'm probably gonna back off very quickly. Yeah, as soon as that SH engages, we back off because we're trying to, like I said before, we're trying to minimize our losses. And note, only their troops managed to get across the bridge right now in mass. They were not able to get across beforehand, and they still haven't been able to get their bases across. Not too bad of trades. Still not in my favor. Last of my allies' tanks just got blown up. Now we're waiting and keeping track on these units, making sure they're watching where they're moving. Sorry about that. And as you can see right there, they're also retraining too. So they got a strong heli there, they got a strong SH, and they got a strong MBT. So those are what we're observing right now. We're trying to figure out how we're going to deal with these units. So that way we can actually protect and buy time. Now, as we can see here, we got what looks like, yep, an artillery unit moving over. Now they're going to be trying to destroy bases to increase and stop the build time. And they will be doing that shortly. Now, in normal situations, while we're observing this right here, do you want to utilize the terrain like this so that way that your enemies cannot come across as easy as possible? And the bridges are natural choke points, and so are mountain passes. So when I mean by a choke point, it means only so many troops can fit in there at one time, and then it will get stuck. So if you're able to put strong troops in these choke points, your enemies can't pass, and you can also hinder their movement to accomplish your goals. So our goal was to buy time. Nothing more, nothing less. We weren't trying to focus on kills. We were trying to just buy time to prevent them. As you can see right here, I'm just trying to chip away at some of these units. Before I lose too many units, you're going to see me falling back in and out of combat because I don't want to have that long retrain time and then be completely useless to my allies. As you can see here, I'm also dragging their troops away from the build area, so that way they're not fully committed to actually trying to kill kill my allies' bases, but to go after mine. But they don't actually bite on that. Which is, if they did, this whole video would have been pointless because they would have won, hands down. Yes, my allies did help finish them off, but for the long time there, I was the one holding the line. As you can see here, we're going to get ready to pull out again. And we're just going to keep rinsing and repeating, doing as much damage as possible, trying to get them on the target me more than my allies. As you can see, that SH kind of fully commits. He's right there. He managed to get into the territory. Now, we're not panicking. We're just going to let him go back there because we know he will make a mistake soon. Now, the rest of his allies are right there, and they're slowly moving over. So we're going to start targeting these units while we have the shot. So that way he cannot defend his base as easy, and he will have a long retrain time. Again, we're going after the Antonina. We're using both units on this. And as you can see right there, there comes the heli. We're going to back off with my MBT and full back. Then we're going to start going after the heli again to do a little bit of damage now that it's away from the SH. The SH comes out, but we don't. He starts attacking my heli, but we're not too worried about that. Then we're going to pull off again and then re-engage on the heli. Then we start targeting that light. Kill that light. Now we're going to go after the SH, which I don't think we full kill that. Yep, we back off again. Get back in there. Now we full kill that helicopter. I'm pretty sure we can full kill the helicopter. Yes. Now we know that we're not strong enough to take out the SH. We're going to pull all the way back. And as you can see now, my allies are starting to rally up to go after these guys. And I've already done a significant amount of damage to their troops. Now we're taking out these units while they're trying to commit. Now you see that base moving in. He had no troops. So once that SH is dead, we're going to go right after that. As you can see, my allies took out care of that base above me. And now we're destroying this base. Leading with the MBT, with Spanner and Steel Fighter. He decides to teleport away instead of get blown up. Now you notice that these other troops by the bridge they're trying to hold the bridge so that way my units won't go across. Now you see them all starting to get ready to move by looks of it. But now we have another big boy coming in there. We got a 45 mil Vanguard MBT. We also have a 36 million Marder howitzer, which is not good for us. We got some units there that we damaged. Now we're trying to figure a way how to chip away at these units some more without getting attacked by that howitzer, because we do not have enough troops currently trained to actually go and engage that and win. And we don't want our units full killed because it'll take forever to recover. I see the howitzer there. Gotta back off. Now right here is a waiting game, so we're just currently just waiting for them to move while my units continue training. And as you can see right here, I'm constantly spanning, watching my allies, looking for enemy troop movements, see what's going on. And right here, I can see that there's an SH coming down because they're retraining. And I'm thinking right now that they're trying to get as many troops as possible to actually go and destroy a base or two. I was thinking in my head that they were going to try actually leading with the Vanguard MBT and using the other units to field fight to keep them off of the Vanguard MBT and the Marder Howitzer. And we're trying to view the time, how much time is left on the clock. And like I said before, this is all about buying time for them to finish that build. So as long as they're inactive, the better off we will be. You had some positive reports there. That was pretty good. Double checking the unit power on these units. So we know exactly what we're up against. Again, trying to figure out how I'm going to get to do a lot of damage to that Marder Howitzer. And bam, there we go. They start moving. That's where I'm going to make my move with my helicopter. And I'm going to decide right now to full commit to try taking out that one unit. Because if I take out that one unit, they cannot take out any bases. And that was what I was waiting for. Now we are targeting that Artie. And we're going to do a lot of damage to it. And then hopefully my ally stops the attack with his garrison, which does wind up happening. As you can see right here, boom. Chipping away at him. Then my ally pops in, and he's going to finish off that artillery, and we're gonna probably take some heavy losses here, but it was about buying time and preventing them from killing a base to stop the build. So right now we're trying to just target what we can, and as you see, I pulled out. And as you can see right there, their entire assault crumbled as soon as that howitzer went, so did everything else. And that's to our advantage because, like I said, we're trying to buy time, and with no units there to fight, that means they won't be able to actually fight us. There we go. And again, we're keeping an eye on that bridge. We're going to be killing that reserve right there. And as you can see, they're still trying to move down, but they want to kill some bases first. There we go. Now we're engaged. And we're just going to collect these a couple of free kills right here. Now we're observing again the build timer. We want to see how much time is left. Looking for troops, see if there's anything on the move. Especially that Vanguard MBT and that heli. The reason why we're looking for the heli is because they are the hardest unit to track because they have that freedom of movement. So we don't want no surprises. Looking at the reports, wasn't too horrible. Now we notice something. This is a big mistake this guy does. As he starts moving, he's actually removing troops from the field of battle. And now with helis, this is not always a good option. It's more of a bad option because you could, especially near the fight where you're going for a fight, you want to keep your units around when you're backing off or trying to move, so that way you are not losing too many troops. So now I'm gonna go after and try killing this guy, and it looks like he's trying to disengage. And this is actually a blunder on my end because I should have waited a little bit longer, but I actually fully committed when I should have held off for a second. And I'll explain why, as you'll probably notice. So while he's trucking away, he's going towards my allies' alliance area, and he's trying to get across somewhere. What I should have done is waited until he was in that zone, because then he can't lay down his base and he'll have to move out. See, he notices my presence. I started the attack too soon. Now he's going to go try setting up his base. That was a bad move on my part. But where he was the one base with the 45 mil MBT, this was a very important base to take out, and I failed to do so because of my error. I should have, like I said, I should have waited until he was in the orange zone. I back off, let my SH hit it, so it resets the base aggro. I start flying my fighter over to try getting some free kills on these little bombers and to make him not want to hit me with the bomber so much. Now I believe I get his health down to about 75% before I can't kill his base anymore, because I'm not really doing too much damage at the moment because of my 2 units. And he's trying to do a little bit of damage with the units he's retraining right now, but it's kind of pointless because they're not going to do too much. He should have just waited and they would have done more in the long run. Now I have to back off my fighter so he's not fully engaged with the base. And he resetted the aggro on my heli, so I'm backing off with that. And then coming back in. And he's trying to do as much damage as he can to my MBT. And as you can see right here, we're just slowly chipping away at him, which winds up not working out too well in our favor down the road. As you can see, I'm going to engage with his bomber right there and get some easy kills. Then I got to back off. You could try getting that howitzer again. And during this time frame, almost nobody was trying to move across that base because those howitzers were retraining. The SH was retraining. The heli was retraining. Now I backed off again. Noticing my SH is almost dead. Gonna run away with that because they didn't want it to fully die. Almost loses it. Now he's gonna start trying to be greedy. And I wind up killing some of his units on his MBT with my heli. And like I said, we're just trying to buy time. As you can see, we're just exchanging blows right here. And he's taking heavy losses. Now we know we can't do any more damage because by the time my MBT is retrained, all his units will be retrained. Also, he has a stronger fighter than mine up, so we know that we can't use that either. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just holding my helicopter at an arm's length so that way he won't try moving anymore. So it's kind of like just bluffing him right there with keeping my heli there. Trying to make sure nobody else is trying to move up. Observing the combat ground. Checking the time. We're going to be possibly checking the time. Nope. We're going to go back and check on that. We're just waiting. Yeah, we check the time now. We see that it's almost done, which is perfect because that means no matter what, they can't move their bases there in time to stop the build. Now he's trying to bomb my heli. So I'm going to send my fighter back out, trying to get this bomber. Doesn't really work. Now he's going to send out that MBT again. He didn't learn his lesson the first time. And he's going to probably start pulling back that MBT right now, or he's going to let it just full die. Can't remember which one he does. Yeah, he pulls it back. As you can see now, my fighter is getting close to arriving, and it was way too late for the bomber. And we're going to probably disengage that fighter pretty quickly, so that way he doesn't get attacked by that fighter, which he's moving now. We're going to probably take a couple losses there. Probably one or two. Yeah, I think we lost two. And we're just keeping the heli here to buy time, and now we're running away with the heli, so that way we don't have to worry about anything. Trying to get that bomber. We get a couple kills on it, and then we gotta run away again. And that's it for the video, guys. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Fubar. I got your 6. And after this, we know now that the build is accomplished. We are no longer needed here. We had accomplished our goal. We used that bridge to the best of our abilities by making sure they couldn't get across.